Now, when it comes to foldable phones, I'm sure we've heard or tried those from Samsung or Oppo, right? Well, Honor Malaysia is also launching a new one in Malaysia, and it's called the Honor Magic V2. I'm sure you've seen my video before this, probably also from last year, because this was actually announced in 2023, okay? But what makes this phone still so special now is it is the lightest and the thinnest foldable in the world, okay? So after using it for about 1 to 2 weeks now, let me share with you my honest opinion about this phone. What's up guys, Jason Smashpop here. So since our unboxing video a while back, after using this for 2 weeks now, I'm still very impressed with how thin and light this phone is, okay? And if you've seen the comparison I did with the iPhone, it's actually almost similar thickness as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, okay? So this is actually 4.7 millimeters when unfolded, and when folded it is only 9.9 millimeters, okay? That's why it is the thinnest in the world. Weight wise, it is 231 grams, which is also the lightest in the world, okay? So if you're looking for a foldable that does not feel or weigh like a foldable, then probably the Honor Magic V2 is the best option at this point. In future, I don't know, okay? Now, but when it comes to design-wise, okay, at the back here, it actually comes in 3 variations. The one I have here is like a fake leather kind of treatment. They also have like a glass purple and glass black. But this is actually the lightest version among the 3 color variations, okay? So bear in mind. So when it comes to inside, right, the screen is actually 7.92 inches flexible OLED, and from my usage, I actually quite love the color production, the high contrast, and of course the refresh rate, because this one outside and inside can actually go up to 120 Hz refresh rate, which is perfect for gaming, okay? Now, as you can see here, right, the screen is actually still very bright as I'm taking picture or using it outside under the hot sun, because it can actually go up to 2500 nits of brightness, which I feel is kind of sufficient, because sometimes if I want to use the outside screen to take picture, I can still see the camera viewfinder here under the afternoon sun. Oh, but there's one bad thing that I want to tell you, okay, from my experience, is the outside screen, which is 6.43 inches, is big enough but not wide enough, okay? It is wider than the Samsung Galaxy Fold, but it is not as wide as the Oppo Find N3. Okay, so that also means when I'm typing on the keyboard, the keys are still not big enough for my thumbs to press. Okay, sometimes I will actually accidentally type the wrong words. So bear in mind if you have big thumbs. Now, of course, the next big thing that we need to talk about is the camera, okay? So if you've used Honor Magic 5 before this, you will be very familiar with the UI and also how the camera works, because it's actually quite similar, okay? So the wide camera is actually 50 megapixels, the ultra wide camera is 50 megapixels also, and the telephoto camera is 20 megapixels, okay? So when you're taking a picture, right, you can actually see the different zoom options on the side, and they are 0.5, which is ultra wide, 1x, which is the main camera, 2.5x optical, and a 10 times digital zoom, okay? But the 10 times digital zoom is actually very usable, especially under bright daylight, okay? But don't try to use it at night or under low light situation, cannot. Okay, so the most I would say, maybe go for the optical 2.5 and then push it to maybe 5 maximum if you want clarity and also good quality photos, okay? So there are 2 things that I really like. The first thing is the camera quality when we are using the main camera or the 2.5x in any condition, because the processing is actually very good. And also the night photos, okay? Night photos, I suggest to just use the main camera, don't zoom or don't do ultra wide, just use 1x, okay? But the one thing that I really like about this phone, not this camera, is when I actually swipe from the UI, I can actually use the main camera on the back and use the screen like that to take selfie. As you can see, Jim is already there behind the camera. Okay, and you can also zoom it here. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, you can also zoom from here. All the controls are actually on the front now, and you are able to take selfies with you, yourself, or your friends using the back camera. I like. Now, the camera has this one motion sensing capture feature whereby when you enable it, right, you will be able to capture actions of people running or jumping or doing whatever fast by just looking at the camera, because the camera will actually take the photos by itself whenever it sends a motion, okay? So from my testing, out of say 5 times I jump in front of the camera, it can probably work around 2 times out of 3, okay? So don't trust it so much, but it's a nice feature to have and also to show and impress your friends. Now, when it comes to the processor, it is not the latest one, because the latest one is actually Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, right? Well, this phone was actually announced early last year, and then it was like kind of made available-ish middle of last year. Hence, it is still using the 8 Gen 2, okay? But of course, 8 Gen 2 is still very good for a lot of phones nowadays, because last year, the 8 Gen 2 was the flagship processor, okay? Remember, okay? So, based on my experience, gaming, there's no problem, there's no lag. Paired with the high refresh rate screen, I actually enjoy gaming on this screen, especially when I need a bigger display. I just open and I can play the game on the big screen. Love it, okay? And I also love using the big screen to also watch my videos. Whether I want to watch it in like a square format or in like a rectangle format, I can do it on the big screen. Especially when you're watching YouTube, you can actually bend the screen like L shape and have the video on the top screen and the controls at the bottom screen, okay? Wow, it's like a laptop, like a mini laptop in your hands. Love. And here comes the one bad thing from the viewing experience, okay? The speakers are not loud. Sometimes I crank the volume to maximum and I'm like, why is the speaker so lacking? And then I realize, every time when I turn the phone around, I realize it is actually a very thin phone. So I don't think Honor can actually put in a very powerful speaker inside, okay? So I feel that if you really want to enjoy watching videos on this big screen, you need to use your wireless earphones. So in summary, I don't know whether I should recommend this phone to you or not, because I don't know the price yet at this point of recording time, okay? So if it's like 7-8K, then I would say maybe think about it first, okay? Because it is not like the latest foldable. But if you think the price is right for you, maybe when it's launched, they will say, oh, this is 6K, 5K, 7K or whatever. If you feel the price is okay for you, then this is actually a very good foldable phone. I actually love having it in my pocket. I actually also put in a SIM card because I want to use it as my phone on a daily basis, okay? Because why? I love taking selfies with friends, and it's also the best phone to take selfies because you can see yourself and your friends on the main screen while taking pictures using the back camera. That's like the best feature apart from the big screen inside, okay? So think about it when you want to buy a foldable, because now there's another option in the market, okay? Not just Samsung, not just Oppo, but there's also Honor Magic V2. Okay, so if you want to know more about this phone, you can click on the link below. And if you love gadget videos like this, don't forget to also subscribe to me. Press the subscribe button below the video, share this video with your friends, and follow me on all social platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, anywhere. My name is Smashpop, and I'll see you in the next video. Yo.